Students, now here we can see the Prime Minister as the leader of the nation. It is believed that whenever the Prime Minister is speaking in various types of meetings, at that time the nation is speaking. Even whenever the national crisis like war, opposition of parties, even supporting the Prime Minister. Prime Minister is deciding Prime Minister is deciding what kind of relations India would have with other countries. As per we have seen that various issues are just raising in our country. Even Prime Minister tries to protect the interest of the country in international forums, even in United Nations organizations meetings. He discusses matters of mutual interest with other leaders, keeping the interest of India in mind. Means whenever he is speaking, he is thinking about our country at first. At the time of general election, it is proposed Prime Minister for whom or against whom the people vote. That is the decision of Prime Minister at the time of general election, to whom should the people vote. Prime Minister is also the ex-officio chairman of Niti Aayog and Atomic Energy Commission. He is the ex-officio chairman, means it is declared that Prime Minister is the chairman of Niti Aayog and Atomic Energy Commission. Now we will see how he check on the authority, how the others check on the authority of the Prime Minister. Though the Prime Minister is the leader of the majority party, he has to ensure that the support of his ministers as well as the party, means that is his responsibility to gain the support of all his ministers and his party also. In case of collisions, when the Prime Minister does not enjoy an absolute majority in the Lok Sabha, his position becomes more vulnerable, means that is his responsibility to gain support of the majority. Opposition parties always look for a chance to criticize the Prime Minister. Every time the oppositional parties are trying to get chance to criticize the work of Prime Minister. The Press and Public Opinion acts as effective checks on Prime Minister's authority, means public and media also every time check on the work of Prime Minister. Now we will see the collective responsibility. Under Article 75(3), the Constitution, the Council of Ministers shall be collectively responsible for the work of the House. Means all the ministers should have to complete their work as per they are responsible for the country or for the house. The principle of collective responsibility implies, means the collective responsibility is showing that the decisions taken in the meetings of the cabinet are equally applicable to all the ministers, even though they may differ among themselves on a particular policy. Whenever the decisions of cabinet is just taken, then that is the responsibility of all the ministers to just follow that a decision taken by the cabinet. All ministers jointly share the responsibility for the government's policies and performed even what at the time of collective responsibility, all the members jointly working for the work completion or for the fulfillment of policies, and they are trying to perform it in a better way. The ministers must function as a team in supporting and defending government policies inside as well as outside parliament. Means that is the responsibility of all the ministers to function as a team, to support each other and to defend the government policies, to complete the government policies inside and outside the parliament. A vote of no confidence against one minister is a vote against the whole ministry. Those who are included in that, means what in that collective responsibility, if any minister is just faced vote of no confidence, means all the ministry is facing the vote of no confidence. Such a ministry that has lost the confidence of the Lok Sabha has to resign. If that situation is raised, means what at the time the whole member should resign. Now at the last we will see the individual responsibility, means what every member is responsible for his own department. They hold the office during the pleasure of the president and may be dismissed by him. Of course, on the advice, at that time also the Prime Minister's advice is important. They may have the confidence of the legislature. Each minister is answerable to parliament for the department under his control. They should answerable to media also, to public also, and to the department, Lok Sabha house, and the ministry also. It is obligatory for him to answer all the questions asked by member of parliaments regarding the function of his department. What type of work is done in his department, he should answer in a proper way. Every minister is responsible for matters such as personal lapse, departure from official policy by him or his department. Every member should work under his suggestion, so he should be answerable for each happening in his department. Breach of oath of secrecy and so on. If he is not fulfilling the oath of secrecy, after that also he is answerable. There are many occasions when a minister has owned responsibility for the mistakes or shortcomings of the department under him and resigned from his post. Even in our Maharashtra also that thing happened at the time of Devendra Fadnavis rule. Okay, that type of resignation was done in our country. Here we have completed our lesson. I will give some extra questions to you for your study.